Hi. Yay. I know. Yes. I feel right here, I feel pressure. So it feels like injury related. Okay. And so it's also the past. So something from the past. And there's stress that's living inside. I would say it is spiritual as well. So I would say, you know how, like, when you want to catch something, like a lizard or something like that, right? And they're really, really fast and you don't want to hurt them, but you just want to catch them. You have to be super fast. You have to be very diligent, right? Okay. I want you to imagine that it's in an energy, that it's like an energy, just an energy. It doesn't matter. It's not harmful to anything but her vibrational offering. Get it? Okay. And what I want you to do is see, it starts to register in your body. See what I mean? And what I want you to do is, I want you to step back energetically. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go, Lockster. Anyway, I want you to step back energetically. See how it's almost more observable and it's not so in your physical experience. Okay. So now you're better able to navigate the energy. Okay. And now when you observe it, you can see that it's like it's close to her belly button, right? So when you look at the belly button's going to be a soul path. Okay. So it's affecting her on a soul level. All right. And it's registering high. So it's into the solar plexus. So it's powerlessness. Okay. That this individual is feeling. All right. Um, when we really check into it, it feels nervous energy, right? It feels like a lot of nervous energy. And if this is not an average behavior for that individual, then you can determine it as an energy. Get it? You don't have to invest in what kind of energy it is, where it came from, how, who, what, where, when, why. You don't have to do any of that. You just have to recognize that there is an additional frequency causing disruption in the field that's average or authentic to the individual. Okay. Now as we determine it, our intention, okay, begins to shift. Get it? Okay. It begins to shift what we're observing. Get it? Because now we're creating a construct. Get it? We're creating a construct. And as we do that, what we're doing is we're wedging energy blocks between us and that. And we're putting it in a circle. See what I mean? And as we put it in a circle and we continue to wedge energetic blocks between us and that, right? We remove it from that experience. You could feel the tug, kind of. See what I mean? And so we move and we move and we move. And you might find that there's pressure in the heart chakra area. Okay. For me, that means the energy is kind of locked in and practiced. There's a curiosity about it. Do I need to know anything about it? Not necessarily. Would it be beneficial? Get it? All right. Now you can feel the difference. All right. You can feel the difference between all the energetic components, all the different vibes. Several frequencies make up a vibe. You have a vibe. Sabrina has a vibe. This thing has a vibe. See how it takes up a lot of space? Okay. So what we want to do is we want to invite it into its own dimensional space. That's what we want to do. We want to invite that energy into its own dimensional space. Its proper, most authentic, aligned space. Do we have to figure that fucking out? No, what for? Just capture it. Just capture it. Breathe. Okay. All right. I do a lot of weird shit, but that's pretty good, huh? Is that better? Of course it is. Weird. Okay, now you're in that field, but you don't sense that distortion any longer. That particular frequency, signature, energy, vibration, right? Okay. All right. That energetic vibration, right, is no longer being practiced in that authentic vibration. That's what we did. We just removed it consciously. Consciously. We treated it like consciousness, and we treated it like we're in this one spacious understanding of consciousness. And then we decided together, all right, what didn't feel good and what did feel good, or what did feel authentic and what missed the mark. See what I mean? Okay. And once we were able to determine that, we created a construct to separate ourselves in a physical mastery of thought and emotion, right? And we just separated ourselves and separated ourselves and separated ourselves until we could tell the difference. Because we kept finding who we were in the moment. Okay. All right. You're welcome. I like doing stuff like that. Okay, so we're doing readings today. So when Sarah joins us, I will go ahead and add her to our little golf club. Okay. Oh, okay. So let's just clear up what we want to say. Let's clear it up. What do you want? What do you want? And not, well, I want. No. No. Because that still acknowledges that you're focusing on what you don't think will happen. That's the difference. So as you're in that energy, right? See how it feels kind of wobbly? So it has old vibes in it, you know? And those old vibes, they should be resolved. So looking at what is feeling right in the moment, what is feeling, because there's some separational values, like maybe 3 or 4 experiences of different, see how it's in your solar plexus. Okay, so 3 or 4 different experiences that maybe you've had a relationship or thought to have relationship or thought a relationship was a certain way, or relationship being is this. And there are different definitions of you, iterations of you at varying ages. And there has to be some kind of acceptance from you to you that every time that you had the relationship, it was absolutely perfect. Perfect for however long it lasted, perfect that you participated the way that you did, made all the fucking choices that you did. It's necessary. It's very necessary. See how your solar plexus are coming alive right now and they're getting empowered? See what I mean? Okay. And so you just want to accept all the iterations because fuck it, man. You showed up with who you were. Who you were. You're not that person right now. Okay? But you need to be understanding that you are that person all the time. All the time. And it's okay. It's really okay. Okay, so see how you let go of the question? You let go of the question because now you're understanding what maybe you didn't care for in the interaction. All right. And you're letting go of it because you're just accepting. So now you're going to get a different read of the situation because you've changed what the highlight is in your field to draw or magnetize to bring to you what it is that you would like. Okay. All right. Freedom. Good. Freedom. Just liberation from like trying to please another individual other than your fucking self. All right. Freedom from that. Okay. Cool. All right. You decide if this is final. You decide. What do you want? What do you really want? All right. What do you really want? You want bits and pieces of what you've experienced, but you're not sure if this is like who that would be with. All right. So be honest. Be really honest with yourself. Find out what you want. Okay. And from there, determine whether or not this is final or whatever. Okay. Because we'll insert a lot of reasoning into it. Now, those are those energetic blocks that we were doing with Lockster. That's how fucking effective they are. Okay. So if you're inserting a reason to be able to, here we go. If you're in, yeah. Hi, Sarah.
I'm so sorry I'm late.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. I just went ahead and I started, and I'm with Sammy right now. Okay.
Oh, hi, Sammy.
And I'm just gonna finish, but then I want you to answer the question. So kind of tune into it. Okay.
Sure.
Can you see it?
Okay.
Okay. All right. And so mostly what it is that I feel you get to choose whether or not this is whatever it is. Okay. And then what do you feel, Sarah?
I'm feeling like I'm getting Frank is there's like a disconnection I'm feeling, and this disconnection is actually supposed to happen right now for a specific reason. So it's helping her and him be able to figure out what needs to be worked on each end. So then they can make that decision on each end. Is it going to connect later in life? Are we going to come back? And if we are, that work was done, so it can continue elevating. There's probably there's like a wedge right now, and that wedge is causing it's a growth thing. So there needs to be a separation before there needs to be a possible elevation. Does that make sense? Am I saying that correctly? That's what I'm getting. So it's like a growth learning thing. And then if it doesn't, it's because it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to come back together. But you're working on yourself, and then that's going to allow you to be able to make that decision. Are we going to elevate each other and be a positive influence with each other moving forward? Or is it going to continue that same cycle if there's like a wedge? That wedge will come back again. So there needs to be growth. And sometimes when you grow, you have to separate. So I don't think it's necessarily like final. I just think for right now, it needs to happen.
That's what I feel too. And I feel like she's the one who's going to decide.
Yeah.
The reason is because she's like, I felt a lot of energy with her about like her thinking about previous relationships. Right. And that it's just a question of, she said, thank you. You're very welcome, Sammy. And I think it's just a question of being able to come back to self, right? And find out what you truly want, because like we'll push it away if we fall into old patterns, right? Yeah. And then we'll say, oh, that's how it always is. And that doesn't necessarily depict what's actually happening. We're actually finding it. So really it's working on yourself, and it's understanding that you have a choice. What's your choice? Are you going to choose to be authentically you and just show up, doing whatever you are doing, and being the better version of you every time, or fall back into a pattern that's comfortable because it's familiar? Right.
Right. And that person too, if you're feeling like you can't be that authentic person that you now want to be, that they're just not on your vibe anymore. It doesn't mean they're wrong or they're bad. It just means they're just not right for you now anymore moving forward. And that's okay.
I love that. I love that. Do we have any other questions? Does anybody else have a question? We have other viewers, yet I'm only getting right now. I'm only getting how interesting. Okay, so I'll go to Facebook. I'm going to go to Facebook. Hold on one second. We're not live on Facebook yet, but it looked like we were live on Facebook. Facebook liked by Jen, but the thing is that it's like playing funny on the. Maybe I'll just let it go. It'll be
You know
right.
something funny if you have like a second. So I just picked up my cards and this card was like literally on the bottom, and I was going.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty interesting, right? Balancing a lot of some emotions in the back, right? Trying to balance things out in life.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just had to
absolutely.
show
I think that like I shared it on Facebook to a couple of places, and so it might have slowed down the. Like we'll probably be live on Facebook in a couple of minutes. It'll be all right though.
Yeah.
I feel bad for people who might be tuning in, but I thought that Jen did. So Jen did. Well, we don't have any Facebook comments. Oh, well, that's fine. Anyway, so if anybody would like to ask us a question, we're more than, here we go. We have a question.
Yay.
I'm happy. Okay. All right, here we are. Hi, all. My body has been on flight or fight mode lately, and nothing seems to help. I don't know if it's due to anxiety or what.
What did you tell me yesterday? The veil is thin. I listened.
Innocent. I appreciate you. Okay, so maybe what we can do. Okay. All right. And then we'll do another one after this. Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do something rather swiftly for you. Okay. Innocent. What I would like for you to do is I want you to see how your face feels like when you tried to get in your body right there, when I was pulling you in your body, your face went like this, like it went like that. Okay. There you go. Much better. Much better. I know. Just adjust. You'll be fine. Okay, here we go. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to lasso the old discrepancies and adversities right out of your field. Woo, yeah, just woo. Get rid of that stuff. We'll open up a gate and we're going to let go of spirit. We're just going to let all spirit energy in need of a transition go to the light, go to the light, go to the light. Oh, there we go. There's some right there. Oh, and all that help that showed up from all the other realms, all the cosmic beings. Okay, let's open up the heavens, open the doors. We'll release all cosmic beings gratefully. Thank you for your service. You may go. Whew. Now your body's getting all this zhuzhy energy because like you're free flowing now. You're free flowing now, okay? All right, take a breath. And when you let it out, I want you to imagine that you're expanding your aura miles and miles and miles big. There you go. Good job. What a pleasure. Okay, here we go. Miranda says if you can do a general reading, it's her birthday. She's 12 today. Okay, Miranda. Miranda, everything you've been waiting for is coming and you feel it. And it's felt like this for probably about 6 to 8 months to where you knew that all your gifts were just going to show up and you thought you would be like overwhelmed. And what happened? What happened? The door opened and you already knew everything. You're fine. You're doing really well. You're really, really doing well. I would say that in the next year prior to becoming 13, This is going to be cutting edge for you as far as being able to navigate what's important to you. Okay. And by that, I mean spiritually, how you're connected right now to universal energy, and the way that you read and how you come to the table with your understandings are going to grow because you have a better background and understanding of who you are now. There are different things that feel like it's like, I have to do it right now. I have to do it right now. I have to do it right now. And that isn't the case. It's better if you slow down. It's better if you slow down and create a method or create a system, something that creates the stability you're looking for. Okay. So if something's happening externally outside of you, then what you would do is you would say, oh, what would Miranda do in this circumstance? What would Miranda do in this circumstance? All right. And then as you slow things down, it gives you choice, and you won't feel so pushed into the directions that you do currently while you're experiencing universal life force energy. Okay. This is interesting because I know you, so it's okay for me to tell you all these things, and I just love you. All right. I love you, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And I do see that as your gifts expand, if you're not journaling already, some of the things that you see coming in the future, what I would do is I would write down the ones that feel the best, that feel like the world you want to dream into existence. That's what I would write in my journal about. And I would just keep bringing it and bringing it and bringing it, because that's what will happen around you. And then inspired action will take place, and then everything will fall in alignment the way that you're looking for it. Okay. So that's just my personal reading for you. And then Sarah, did you want to give her a couple of words?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to do a card for her.
Okay, cool.
But that's beautiful. I love that. That's a great way to start manifesting. I wish I learned how to manifest like that at the age of 12. So very wise words of Lucinda. And a lot of times if we don't, I mean, we're always manifesting, but if we understand how to do it to create what it is that we want, if we know what we're doing and we're being very purposeful about it, then we bring in more of it because we know what we're doing. It's not just random. Oh, I love this. So we have the Queen of Cups. That's beautiful. I love that. So you are coming into a place. Oh, I'm getting the chills too. The Queen of Cups. So there's a lot of emotions and feelings, and that's actually happening right now. There's a lot of that coming out because of your age, we all know. And you're going to be with these wise words of Lucinda. That's going to really help you be able to really control your emotions in a very a centered way. So then you're going to be able to navigate yourself, not be so like charged and fired all over the place, which it all happens to everybody. But you're coming to a place of knowledge to learn how to really tame your emotions and get everything in a place of like serenity and peace. And when you have control over that, you really can control anything. I mean, you can not control, but you really have a lot of what is the word I'm trying to find, Lucinda? I don't want to say you're controlling everything, but when you
practice a vibe, it's a vibe, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So if you practice being chill all the time, you're going to have a chill life.
Right.
If you practice being authentic, you'll have an authentic life.
Yes.
If you practice having fun, you're going to have a fun life.
Yes. So that's exactly what she said. So you're coming to a place of just knowing who you are. You're going to know who you are. You're going to know how to navigate your life with more ease. And that will help kind of just center yourself and control everything with more ease. You'll have you feel like you have an easier journey.
Like a little magic behind you.
Exactly.
I love you
Yes.
so much, Miranda. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah, those
She
totally
says,
connected.
she says, thank you. I love you. Okay. I was about to start journaling. Good job. Good job.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, you knew.
And then Innocent said, thank you. You're very welcome.
You're welcome.
And then we have one more question before we probably will end. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And then she said, thank you both. But Miranda said, thank you both.
Of course.
All right. So Stephanie Belleville, can you do a general reading for me too? Yeah. Let's just go out there. For me, it seems as though there isn't, it's not exactly boredom. It feels more like content, like you're content, satisfied, pondering, you're a little curious. I'm noticing a very serious side to you as well. I'm also noticing a very loving, a very deep, loving, compassionate individual. I'm recognizing the inner work that you've done. You do hold steel around you, so a lot of thought around you, a lot of metal spirit air around you. In that, we're just going to expand that. I know you thought it was armor, but hey, we got to get in anyway. So we're just going to expand it and become that. We all have it. That's the vibe. There you go. And so, oh, cool. So emotions, there's emotions that you're navigating right now. I don't want it to feel overwhelming for you. And so if you would focus on maybe a subject, all right? You don't have to name it. Just focus on a subject, and then we'll read to that subject for you. General is good for you, but you're also looking for direction and guidance. And as you look for direction and guidance, you're highlighting things in your field to us energetically. And you see how it starts to happen? Okay. And so all three of us are in this beautiful entrainment. We're all three in this vibe, and we're all kind of sorting through it and looking to see like what best suits or feels most comfortable to you, and what could best like be imparted to you, right? What kind of information would be best for you? So we're asking the field, what does Stephanie need to know right now? You're in a spiritual lesson right now. The spiritual lesson that you're in is trust. It's also very new to you. Your intuitive gifts are opening, and as they open, you're learning that you don't always have all the information. You're learning how to slow down and give yourself a little bit more choice. Very similar to the priestess energy. So I would say that your intuition and your emotions have left you sort of powerless in circumstances. And in those circumstances, they're situational. The situations don't create who you are. They describe what happened in an experience and choices that were made during that experience. And as I'm in this energy of this experience, I have some self-talk that is probably making me feel powerless or limited. And maybe the self-talk could be shifted to incorporate something that would feel more beneficial to your journey, to your choices, more thank yous for who you are, more recognitions of jobs well done, because you are your effort is incredible. Your effort is incredible, and your effort is only half of what you're experiencing. So if you move into the energetics of it as well, so you start to say nice things to yourself in the atmosphere, and then feel nice ways about yourself See how it starts to lighten up? Okay. And as you could choose a word that you could resonate with. The word could be grateful for like right now, just grateful for right now, right? Grateful, gratitude, appreciation, that's present. Appreciation is present. All right. You are the joy that you live. See how that rolled through you? Okay. So it's a choice as to what language you speak to yourself of yourself. That's the language you live. Okay. It'll be based in the choices that you make, your spiritual beliefs that make up like who you are and all of that. Okay. I was holding something and I let go of it. It feels better, right? Now it's getting more expansive and you just want it there. You just want it to keep expanding and connecting to all that is so that you don't feel so constrained by a single situation. You have multiple situations. Multiple situations. You could choose any of them to focus with if you want, but you could also put them all together and say, oh, this is shit. Or you can say, oh, this is love. Or you could say, oh, this is, I don't know what to call it. And see, that even feels more expansive because it's undeclared. So it's free. It's free to show you. Free. All right. And that's what you're creating in your vibration is that freedom. Okay, so now we're going to drop back down into your solar plexus. And I noticed that in the lower right-hand quadrant of your solar plexus area, you have something that feels like it's trying to prevent you from moving forward. All right. And in that, what I would say is I would treat it like an energy. What would you say, Sarah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I would treat it like an energy for sure. But when spot on, like that's what I was feeling too. Like 100%. Like I felt like there was some kind of like a shift. Like when we started connecting with her, I felt like a shift in my body. And it felt like there was a wanting to progress forward, but unsure of what to do. And that's the uncertainty. And I think that there's a level of, and don't take this the wrong way, because we all have it, an insecurity within yourself to not think that you're good enough. And a lot of times you have to like go and just take a step back, really like ponder over things and go, hey, you know, I'm like what you said, I'm badass. I'm doing all the things, you know, sometimes we don't get the validation, but you need to be your best.
Because you keep showing up.
Because you keep showing up, and that's what you need to tell yourself because you are doing it. And so I got the Hermit. I pulled a card for her, and that connected me. When I felt that, this made sense. And then you started talking, and I'm like, okay, I can see the Hermit. I know you said the Priestess energy, but I also got this. I think a lot of it is needing to kind of take a step back instead of just going, well, how come this isn't happening? Why isn't this happening? It's like, it is. You just need to like let it happen. The answers are there. It's just everything's there for you. That's where the light is. It's all shining in front of you. You have everything there for you. It's getting you to recognize that. So absolutely, I think that's an energy for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm starting a new job, commission only, and I would love to go back to school too in the future.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I felt this thing where she was
Yeah,
trying
and
to
it's
go
across
to
her
the next
chest.
thing.
So it's something it's across her chest, something that she really feels.
Yeah, like as soon as we yes, I'm like she's wanting to go in. Like I felt this, like you're like I felt like stuck in the mud, like wanting to do something but not sure. That's what I was getting, and that's what I was feeling.
That's really good.
Back to school in the yes. And so I got the Hermit with that one. So yeah, I think when you like journaling, really like meditating on things and realizing you got the answers, they're all there. So what works for you, what you feel like works for you, it's going to work for you. You just got to go with it. So if it feels right, do it.
To follow through on the inspired action that comes.
Totally.
And if you've had a hard time financially, there's lots of different ways to create funds, and it's up to you as to how you could do it. You'll have a million excuses not to. Mm-hmm. All right. But there are a variety of ways to bring money in. All right. And you can look for a job to earn money if that's what you would like. You can provide service to people. There's many things that lots of people do in exchange for currency. All right. So the having the hard time financially, everybody is in that same boat, but not to put you into like you should just get over it. That's not what this is about. This is more about what are you doing, solution oriented in choices that you're providing to yourself. What opportunities are you taking and making the most of? Because it will require you. It will always require you because it's your experience. The hardship comes from us in humanity right now, and it is a deep hardship. It's extremely deep, and it is forced and not something that we are all in alignment with. And that disparity is what we're taking. Our spiritual beliefs are how we act. So we're acting in disparity. And since we're acting in disparity, it's hurting us. And that's why everybody is in that same hardship. Okay? What once was is no longer. And we're in grief. So recognizing that you're grieving for how it used to be for you and that it's changed. Can you be okay that you're changing, that the world is changing, that the things around you are changing? Because what you have right now is enough. Okay? And you keep asking for enough. And the idea, all right, instead of asking for enough, all right, okay, is to say, I'm grateful I have enough and I would like more than enough. I would like more than enough because I love to share. I love to share a lot of my excess. I am so bountiful. I am abundant as fuck. Say shit like that to yourself. Okay? Everything is always working out for me is one of my favorite mantras. And if you could do that periodically through the day, your vibration changes, and then opportunities that are in your field that highlight are different. Okay? Yeah. But if you're not in that ability to give yourself time to shift, you'll stay in what you're experiencing right now. Yes, exactly. That's it. Okay. So you're good. You're golden now. Now you're good. Thank you very much, Stephanie. You have a great day. Thank you, Miss Sarah.
Thank you, Lucinda. Thanks for being patient with me and my slow person I was today. Thank you.
Okay.